Hey, what's going on, guys? CookIWZ here, and welcome back to Minecraft Alpha, this being episode 11. So last episode, we did manage to break into this potentially really cool cave. I say potential because even though we've been down there, we haven't found anything, but we haven't explored all of it. So we're just going to start looking around and seeing if we can find anything. Now, that's right, the end of last episode, we came back up here, but we haven't gone down here, so let's see what we're dealing with. Can I reach that? No. We can reach that. Let's see, so we're actually going to stick to the left wall this time. Seems like somehow, some way I've broken into that. Now, for some strange reason, more audio is occurring in the left ear cup than the right than the left today. Not sure why. Not sure if my headphones have a political bias or not, but I think there's just some kind of issue with the connection, because I physically had to turn my headphone cable that plugs into the front of my computer, and it managed to make it sound a little bit better, but it wasn't significantly by any stretch of the imagination. What in the world? Why is that like that? Did anything else change? No. It reverted to I for some reason. I have no idea why that is. But we really need to get some more cobble for when we're down here, so we'll grab some. But so far, this cave's been low-key kind of a bust. I do hear a zombie. Hear multiple. They've got to be above me, though, surely. We're going to keep digging straight until it's more apparent. That sounds like... let's see. I'm going to just try and dig up at this point, see what we can find. But yeah, guys, I was out today, hanging out with some friends, and we had an interesting... Oh, hello, everyone. Blow up. Not here, dear lord. Excuse you. Okay. Let's see if this breaks into something new, something different. Doesn't look like it, but... Oh. I'd rather be wrong when it comes to this. Looks like it is something new. Whether it's big, I don't know. Is that going to spread this way? Yeah. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on, England. I'm an idiot. I'm a bona fide, certified idiot. Where are you? Are you guys up? I hear stuff this way. But with my headphones really struggling with... Oh, hello. With directional audio at the moment, this is very difficult to determine where stuff actually is coming from. This does look like a dead end over here. Maybe not. Okay, not necessarily. This is definitely going to be another I'm digging out of here situation, rather than finding our way out. But I guess that could be part of the challenge. Now, guys, today is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, partially because I don't have any topics I feel particularly led to talk about, and also I do have to play with my college Rocket League team relatively soon, and I just got home after a long day out with friends, so if you guys see the shorter timeline on the video, that is definitely why. Can't be doing this for too long today. Now I hear something to my left and behind me. Guys, what is happening? Oh, hello. That actually made me jump. Goodness. But yeah, I was out today. Yeah, I was gonna say, okay. I was gonna say, I knew that situation was gonna be effed up. Can you jump, please? Okay. Okay. Not terrible. Holy cow, guys. All right, we definitely... Oh, diamonds. All right, cool. So this whole thing's already been worth it. Look at all this. Is this deep? No. I'm an idiot. Just do that. All right, any other diamonds, please? Pretty please, with cherries. Is this the entire thing just a stack of stone? No, not quite. I was worried about it being an entire layer of stone just preventing me from seeing anything. Ooh! I almost pressed, or I did press caps lock instead of shift there. Okay, before I forget, we're going to go and grab those diamonds before we explore this more expansive part. Was it up here? Yes, sure was. Three? Oop, we got four. That was bars. That was bars. That was bars. Okay. We're going to leave the water sound so it helps us find the exit. Oh, I guess there's multiple. Not a fan of this one. There we go. Okay, let's see. Natural walkway along this, not finding anything, but we hear stuff. So that's really interesting. Now, something that's going to have to happen when we make the castle is we're going to need a lot more materials. Like, I mean, a lot more. So there is a chance I start with the lighthouse or the watchtower. I still haven't decided which one I want to do. Start with one of them. And then... Oopsies, missed the second swing. Start with the lighthouse, then see kind of where that gets me. Or if I just want to go guns blazing. I never thought about doing this. That's cool. Or if I want to go... Why was I saying guns blazing? So was I talking about building? If I want to go guns blazing with just building like something crazy off the rip, I don't know. I don't even have a plan necessarily for what I want it to look like. I think I'm gonna have to be a little bit more realistic in my expectations of what I can build. Do we hear anything over here? No, sounds like the true end to a cave. Unless... Okay, that was kind of crazy. Okay, die. Ain't nothing down here. Is this all the water? Seems like it. It's muy unfortunate. Water blood down here too, which that's sad, but nothing down there worth taking anyways. But I guess regardless, guys, I was hanging out with some good buddies of mine, and they're talking about commitment. That's a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many, many men. Myself included, just in a slightly different way. But so many guys are afraid, like, oh, if I commit to the wrong girl, like, what's gonna happen? Like, could I have done better? Or, and women think kind of the same thing. I think for some people that's in the back of their mind with many decisions. Grass is always greener is the way I like to kind of talk about that effect. If you always assume like, oh, I could have had something different or I could have done better, well, you're going to convince yourself that you could have. And that's just going to lead to a very difficult conversation. Or maybe not conversation, that's going to lead to a very difficult life. Get wrecked, mate. It's going to lead to a very difficult life if you're constantly second-guessing all of your decisions. So how do you feel secure in yourself, in your convictions, in your path, and not worry about if you made the wrong decision? How do you commit to something? It doesn't even have to be someone, but something. And I'm here to tell you guys that I have an answer. I have the answer. You don't. You don't. Now, obviously, I mean that half tongue in cheek. You will not have the full answer in this lifetime of every decision you should make. Like, is this the right decision? Could I have gotten something like better or more meaningful or whatever? Could I have made big money moves, right? I can't be the one to tell you whether you could have made big money moves or not. Um, but I can tell you, if you spend your entire life wondering if you could have made big money moves, if you didn't do that one thing, you didn't settle down with that one person, you didn't do whatever, dude, you're gonna be neurotic as heck. You're gonna be constantly second guessing every little thing that you do, and you're not gonna find any joy in the menial things at all. Because realistically, when you think about life, for some people it might be different, but most of us have the most fun when we're living in the moment, you know, not worrying about things that are out of our control, just allowing ourselves to be present. That's the big thing, being present in everything we do. And in my opinion, that's why there's such an uptick of people practicing meditation nowadays and mindfulness. Everyone wants, well, not wants, but people are starting to come around to the fact that living in the present leads to a more fulfilling life in most aspects. And so naturally, especially with the overstimulation of today, dude, it's difficult for us to be like super present and mindful of what's going on around us. Very difficult. Dude, most of us don't even have the attention span to read a book in the same way that we used to. Or to sit down in the living room and talk with our family and just enjoy each other's company and laughs. Like, it almost feels like a time detached. It's a completely different situation. A different lifetime, even. I'm not going to speak for everyone, of course, but that's definitely been my experiences, and that's when I was raised in a good home. So imagine the people who weren't. So living in the moment, recognizing that you're never going to have it all together. You're never going to make 100% the right decisions every time without fail. But knowing that even if you make something that might not have been optimal, living an optimal life might not even be the best thing for you. It might not have put you in the situations to meet the people that you have, to impact those around you. When you're in a difficult stage of life, right? And because you're in a difficult area of life, your self-esteem might be down, your finances might be rough, whatever it might be. You might be around harder people who have experienced much more difficulty in their lives. And through, dear Lord, and through that, you being in a similar situation, you may have touched them in a way that at that moment in their life, no one else could have. And you may have helped them get through something that no one else could have helped them get through. Yeah, how the heck did we break into something we've already found? What is happening? Was this the area I was just at? Oh, I think this is like, yeah, okay. Right now I'm actually a little bit more confused now that we've broken into something we've already found. Check up here, but this is definitely a significantly wilder cave than anything else we found. No more torches. Is there... Excuse me, I was hoping to find a brightness meter. But I might do a little bit of editing magic and make it look a little brighter for you guys so you can be along the road with me while I do this, as this is very dark, so I can only imagine what it's like for you guys. But yeah, just live in the moment, guys. Obviously there needs to be a level of assessment self-assessment. Like, am I making life more difficult for myself than it needs to be? Am I intentionally self-sabotaging myself and other things just because, oh, hello, uh, like, by some of the decisions I'm making, right? That dude literally pre-fired the corner and got me. That was outrageous. But yeah, there's definitely a level of self-assessment that needs to occur there to really find out if what you're doing makes the most sense. And guys, we're gonna go ahead and dig up because I realize, like, truly y'all cannot see anything. Because I can barely see anything. Like, are you spending so much money on subscriptions and fast food that you don't have enough to pay rent? That's not good. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Are you just so outwardly... What's going on here? Does this lead up? Kind of. We'll take what we can get. But are you so inwardly focused that virtually nothing brings you joy, like interacting with other people? Then you might need to change. But if you're, like, for instance, in a relationship wise, if you're just with someone that makes you happy and you feel like you're able to grow with them and you have similar values, stay with that person. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by cutting something off that could have been really, really good. I have no idea where oh, floating island. Oh, wait, that's the castle spot. Yo, this is crazy. Okay, the cave underneath here is freaking evil, but we're going to come back to that eventually. I think the plan right now that we know kind of castle and then either like watchtower thing on the hill, or maybe kind of like the idea of building a lighthouse right here on this little peninsula that juts out into this lake. In fact, I really like that. We're going to clear some sand to bring home for processing because I do not have much. And if we're going to build a lighthouse, we're probably going to need some sand. And now that we have the nether, we can get glowstone, which will help with the aesthetics. But yeah, guys, self-sabotage is something that's practiced universally nowadays. And again, it takes a level of analysis and introspection to determine whether what you're doing is something that is beneficial or not. But, you know, you need to be the one that check the contents of your heart, figure out kind of where you're at and where you're going. I know in my life, a lot of times that I have, I had kind of just lifted my hands up and been like, I looked at the contents of my heart and been like, okay, this is kind of where I'm at the moment. I could be doing better, but I understand that there are factors at play that make it more difficult for me to enjoy this moment in my life. I see that. I understand it. But accepting it is the part where one of two things could happen. Number one, if you accept something like that where you're in a subpar situation, look at how much more green it is over there. It just gets progressively sadder. Then it's one of those things where you might spiral into a self-defeating situation, self-fulfilling prophecy of failing, because it's like, my life's mediocre, might as well live it out like this, I don't really care. But also in my life, the times where I've lifted my hands up and not cared, that's low-key been when the biggest joys were thrown my way, because I had so little expectations on myself. And I think so many people lose sight of that, where there's like a relationship between how much effort you put into something and how much you get out of it. And at a certain point, it's not like equal. It's not, they're not both worth it. If I put 100% heart and soul into something that has a low chance of panning out and it doesn't pan out, well, I can't really blame anyone other than myself for it not panning out. Homie, that's on me, right? Most of the time. Wait, no, what am I saying? Hold up, pause. Cap was just spoken. Let me reiterate. If I tried everything that I could have done in a situation and done everything to the best of my ability with 100% good intentions and it didn't pan out, that can no longer be on me. You have exhausted everything you've been able to do. It's when you don't fully try in a situation. It's where you give up early. It's where you just decide that you're not worth fighting for. That is when things have gone awry, and you really need to have some kind of reality check in some way to get back on the right path. And I think for some people, they don't allow themselves to be introspective enough to come to the realization that they need something to change. But everyone goes through life differently. We all do.